I don't think that most professionals are lazy. I think they're emotionally disconnected from work that no longer aligns with them. And honestly, that can feel exactly like burnout. Burnout is deeper than feeling dread. It could be constant tiredness, numbness, disconnectedness, fatigue, and a lot of high performers experience this quietly. Sometimes burnout isn't caused by working too hard. It is caused by working towards something that does not fit you anymore, that you do not love, that you're not engaged with. And honestly, when you continue to show up day after day, time after time to that place or to that job, you're going to eventually develop this negative feeling. If you constantly feel like, I don't want to be here, or I hate it here, or this does not fit me, then you're honestly never going to be energized or motivated to do the work. So this is your sign to start recognizing where you are not aligned or compatible. And I really want you to think about how you can make this right with yourself. That might mean leaving, that might mean having a conversation with your manager, that might mean a lot of different uncomfortable things, but here we are now. This is your reality. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Ariana, aka the Career Queen, and I help high-performing professionals stop playing with their career and start moving strategically. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on any more content, but let's get to the video. I want to take a second to talk about this graphic from a book, and I'll put all of the sources here on the screen, but this graphic is a perfect way to visualize what it looks like when your competence, your commitment, and your compatibility all work together to provide you with a great opportunity. That means there is room for opportunity when all of these things work together. Now, obviously, there are some different little points throughout the diagram where you can see what it means at that certain point. So if you have commitment and you have compatibility, but not the competence, then, there may be some things happening there, and vice versa. Maybe you have the competence and maybe you have the commitment, but you're not compatible. And the important thing about this diagram is that in order to have a great experience or a good environment for yourself, then you have to have all three of these things equally for it to be enjoyable. But there are some different pieces that could be missing that could be developed later, and they result in different issues and problems that you may experience. Some that you may be willing to put up with, some that you might not be. But I thought this was a really cool diagram because it does outline what it means and what it looks like when you think about what you want your work environment to be or your career to mean to you. So a lot of professionals are misaligned in their careers. What happens is they end up working into a career path that is misaligned with who they are and what they actually want to be doing. And I see this time and time again. I've worked with students, I've worked with clients, and what I see in both groups are that they are doing something that they thought they should have been doing, and then they keep doing it for 10 years, and then it's like, oh shoot, this is not what I want to do, or I've wasted time and now I feel behind. And if that's you, you're feeling behind. I did a video a few weeks back, so make sure you check it out, about feeling underqualified, behind, all that good stuff. So when you think about what it is that you want to be doing, a lot of people are misaligned in their careers currently. So if you've been working in the same industry, same job, same field, whatever the case may be for the last 5 years, chances are you're feeling that misalignment and you're thinking that it's burnout because you don't want to do the work or you don't want to be there, but really you're not aligned anymore with that work or with that company or with that team. So this is your sign to start recognizing what it truly is and not mistake it just for simple burnout. And I want you to think about where you would actually thrive and start doing the work to make that happen. So I can't really say all of this without also mentioning hustle culture. Again, touched on this a few videos back, but hustle culture is really the culprit of a lot of these things. And if you're watching this and you're like, what is hustle culture? I never heard of it. Chances are you may not have heard of it, but you were definitely living it. Hustle culture is when you kind of just neglect yourself in a way, and you do it so subtly that you don't realize it at first because you are being a great employee. You're doing things, honestly, you think you're exceeding and excelling, but what it's doing to you over time is disconnecting you from yourself. You start to feel like everything's heavy, right? Because you're not resting. You start to feel fatigued. You start to feel a little bit numb, disconnected from the work. And a lot of times that's happening because you have removed yourself and your needs out of the equation, and you have forced yourself to work until it's done. And a lot of times we do those things and we don't realize that we are basically dying to ourselves when we put other things ahead of us, like work or things that actually don't matter. So as long as you go to work, you do your job and you do a good job, that's okay. You don't have to wreck yourself or overwork yourself to try to get some sort of recognition that you might not actually get. So that's another thing. So hustle culture really gave us this boost of like work and no rest, no self-care, no anything that actually makes you feel alive and whole. And another thing too is that we as professionals end up doing this thing called identity burnout, where we attach our identity to achievement and just things that are positive in a way where we're like, okay, this is who I am, this is what I do, right? This is my brand. That's the way to put it. So if your brand is, consistently achieving things and being efficient and being the go-to person and all of these things, then guess what? That burnout is going to happen. Whether you decide to recognize it sooner or later, it's going to be there. And a lot of times, if you are the person that's attaching your identity to all of these things, then that's where your burnout's going to come from. And the only way you can be delivered from that is if you let go of the pressure that you have on yourself. So that's one of the most deepest forms of burnout, is that you are putting the pressure on yourself and you are causing yourself to feel detached from your work because it's all about achievement. It's all about this, it's all about that. So if you're not achieving things, you feel down, you feel depressed about it, and you feel like you're not enough. And honestly, no one else is putting that pressure on you but you. And that's a hard pill to swallow, but a lot of professionals do need to swallow that pill because you're a high performer. But guess what? You're a high performer in recovery now. So I need you to remember that if you're putting the pressure on yourself, the only person that can be stopped is you. So the next time you think about feeling burnt out or just like you want to tap out mentally, I want you to think about, why are you feeling that way? Is it because of pressure from a deadline that you have to meet? Or is it pressure because it's a deadline you set for yourself that you have to meet, right? So there's a difference there. If your company's deadline or your deadline at work is 50 days from now, but you give yourself a 35-day deadline, then that's the pressure you're putting on yourself. And I do get why some people do it. It's just to push themselves to do more and be better. But if the result of that is causing you to feel a certain way, lose sleep, or whatever the case may be, then we need to revisit your goals and kind of reprioritize what's important to keep you going. So because a lot of professionals attach their identity to achievement, when they stop achieving things or when work stops fulfilling them, guess what? You feel lost, you feel burnt out. So what I want you to really take away from this video is, when I feel burnt out, what is causing this? That is the main thing you should be thinking about. I want you to understand exactly what it means to feel burnt out and what is actually causing your burnout. Is it you? Is it your environment? Is it the work? Is it the job? What is it, right? Identify those things, because the moment you do, you'll then be closer to identifying your solution. So if it's you, that's a great thing, right? Now you're just battling yourself. But if it's work, if it's your team, your manager, whatever the case may be, now we have a deeper conversation, because the conversation is, do we need to leave, or do we need to have a conversation with these people or whoever is involved? So now you have to start thinking a little bit more deeper and strategic. So I do hope that this video helps you out. Please remember that you're not lazy, you're not weak, you are human. And I want you to remember that if you start to feel disconnected, it's normal, but what's not normal is to do it for too long. So when you start feeling disconnected, it is your job to assess the situation and figure out where it's coming from in the root cause, okay? So the next time you think about it, if you feel like you're just like not getting it, you're still struggling, I want you to click the link below to register for my webinar. That webinar will walk through the entire framework of why you're feeling unqualified and how to stop feeling unqualified and behind and all of the things, right? I really do hope this helped you. If it did, make sure you comment below. Let me know what questions you have. Maybe I said something that you're kind of like pondering on. Let me know below. Like this video, and if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do that, and I'll catch you guys back on the next one.